Hello and good morning, everybody. Saigan here with another Quester's Rest and review for you today. We'll start off with the review because that's going to be in the title, and I'm sure that's what everybody is interested in. Dream Daddy. So, it's still playing out on YouTube, but as those of you who follow me on Twitch are aware, I have played through Dream Daddy. I was originally chasing 4 of them. Dream Daddy, review. It is a visual novel / dating game for gay dads. I don't really have any other way of putting it. The idea is that you are a single father. You have a daughter, Amanda, who's awesome, who's going to be going off to college soon. You move into a cul-de-sac with 7 very eligible bachelor fathers who are around. It was a good overall experience. I feel that it was a great game, and up until the very, very end, I thought that it might be competing with other visual novel favorites that I have, like Katawa Shoujo and Save the Queen. Katawa Shoujo was just absolutely excellent. I've brought it up a million times on the channel before. You really owe yourself to try it. Even if you're not a fan of the genre, it is worth trying Katawa Shoujo. It was such a special experience, and it's one of the reasons why I have a hard time getting into other visual novels, because they just fail everywhere where Katawa Shoujo succeeds. On the other end of the spectrum, the more interactive side of visual novels was Save the Queen, which almost was like a day planner simulator for an incredibly tough visual novel. You're playing a princess who needs to survive to her coronation. And that's it. And how you spend your day is entirely up to you. Which classes you want to take. Do you want to learn how to dance? Do you want to spend time on horseback? Do you want to learn how to talk to people? Massive, massive skill list. And the skills that you get during the game will give you different options during each event in how you want to handle them, and how skilled you are in managing those events determines how long you'll live and whether or not you make it to coronation. You can do this by being political, you can do this by being a warmonger. The game has so much flexibility in how you approach it, and so many different ways to die. It's a meme now, comparing something to Dark Souls, but Save the Queen is the Dark Souls of visual novels. It's really hard to say without just laughing. So along comes Dream Daddy. It was recommended to me by Grey Castagne. Thank you again, Grey Castagne, for your patronage and requesting it, because it was a great game. Only about 10 hours long. The character writing is really what holds something like this together. It makes the difference between something being a shitty dating game, cash grab, Shakura series, or something closer to Katawa Shoujo. And this is definitely closer to Katawa Shoujo, where the characters are extremely well written. They have depth, which is important, and it's something that gets missed a lot, and it does make the difference between just another visual novel and something incredibly memorable. And this was a very memorable experience, and it's definitely worth playing, especially if you can get it on sale. I'm happy with it, and I would recommend it. The biggest freaking gripe that I have is how sudden the ending appeared. I got a warning while I was playing the game that once you go on 3 dates with any given dad, then you're locked in. I'm like, oh, okay, that's fine. What I was expecting from that was that you were locked into a relationship with them, and then you would go down a story path focusing on your relationship with that character, and how your other relationships would become just kind of, platonic friendships outside of your main squeeze. And imagine my disappointment when, following the third date, you get an incredibly rushed epilogue, where it's just like, and your daughter's going off to college, and here's a couple of words with, you know, whoever you spent the most time with, the end. It was incredibly disappointing. I'm mad about it, because I wanted more. Is that a mark against the game? No, that's a good thing. The game left me wanting more. I wanted to spend more time getting to know these characters because, and this is a problem, this is a major, major problem in a lot of media also, and it's something that I haven't seen a lot of media, visual novels, games do right. They all end when you get the girl, or in this case, the dad. That's not how relationships work. They don't end at the first kiss. They don't. In fact, that's where relationships really start to get interesting. And it is a shame, it is a travesty that there's not more media that actually explores being in the relationship. Struggling together. Being happy together. There's more excitement, and I know that this is... Everyone looks fondly on the exciting part of dating when you're first starting to get to know each other and it's all butterflies in your stomach. It is a thrill being with someone beyond getting to be with them. And there are so many medias that just are not getting it. I am having a really hard time. I'm trying to think of one or two. Okay, aside from Katawa Shoujo, which got it great, because really only like the first third or maybe first half of the game is about entering the relationship. And then you still have a relationship to explore with the character. And that made it so good. Karekano. It got localized as His and Her Circumstances. It was a manga and an anime. The anime is very much Cliff's Notes of like the first tenth of this story, but it's also worth watching. And if you enjoy the anime, then sure, jump into the manga or just read the manga, which was excellent because Yukino and Arima, their relationship was fantastic to watch because it starts where there is no relationship. They're both in the same class. They're both honor students. And they both become intertwined with each other, mostly due to Yukino. And they start off really, really not liking, well, Yukino starts off really disliking him. And it feels like such a natural progression of a relationship reading it. And I would mark it as, you know, even better than my experience with Katawa Shoujo as far as exploring not only how a relationship starts, but how a relationship continues and how a relationship could possibly end. And those are very interesting themes that you just don't fucking see anymore. Or did we see them before? I'm not sure. So yeah, that's my biggest complaint about Dream Daddy, is that it was really only half the length that it needed to be. Each of the dads really needs a dedicated story beyond 3 dates with them. Because they were very well written characters. They were entertaining characters. They had a lot of depth. Even characters who really seemed like they were going to be basic flat characters. Characters like Joseph, who was the good Christian youth minister, and characters like Robert, who really just comes off as the town drunk. And you look at them and your initial expectation is, okay, well, here we have best gal and bad end. And it's a lot more than that, because the characters are well written, and they have depth, and the game and the characters deserved more time. Moving on. Nier. I always hold it, like, right into the sunlight. Nier. Nier Gestalt for the PS3. Apparently it also came out on the 360. This is a spin-off of the Dragon Guard series, apparently. Maybe there's less incest in this, but this one was recommended to me by Mary. I am going to finish up Xenoblade Chronicles for the Wii first, and then I will be jumping into this. The good news is that the rest of the stuff on this list, that which remains, Nier Gestalt, Crisis Core, and Lord of the Rings Third Age, none of these rank as being any more than 20 to 30 hours. So I should be able to knock them out with relative ease and then get to that Dragon Quest XI post-game. So, yeah, I'm going to finish up Xenoblade Chronicles. Then I'm going to start in on Nier. As far as news for this weekend is concerned, many of you might have discovered the channel because of Monster Hunter, something that I haven't done in a while, and that's been due to a surprising amount of Dragon Quest games coming out. It was a busy 2 years of Dragon Quest. Last time I did Monster Hunter was for Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate. We had a great time. We did a lot of group hunting. It was a blast. Monster Hunter World comes out in January, I think, for PS4, Xbox One, and maybe PC. Don't quote me on PC, but it is definitely coming out on PS4 and Xbox One. I will be playing it on PS4. Really, everybody that I know is going to be playing it on PS4, so if you have both options and you would like to play in our hunting group on the channel on the stream, PS4. Today is Friday the 8th, and starting tomorrow on the 9th at 9 a.m. U.S. Pacific Time, the Monster Hunter World Beta goes live. You can download it now. I will be on it. I will be finding time to stream this weekend. Perry's out of town, and Caden is up with his grandparents, so it's going to be just me and Garen tomorrow. I'm going to find something that we can do together. Maybe we'll go see a movie. There was a movie I wanted to go. Lego Ninjago. He likes the Lego movies, so maybe we'll go see Lego Ninjago. But I will also make time for Monster Hunter World. I will stream it, and we will do some group hunts. And you can also expect more of that in the full game come January, also with like Perry and Reggie and, you know, even Lady Alexiel, my ex, on her channel will probably join us. Orbo, you have to come hunt with us, man. I don't think I've hunted with Orbo since 3 Ultimate on the Wii U. It has been a long time. I had something else and I didn't put it on my list. Job hunt. So, there have been some people who have been showing concern over the number of streams that I've been doing lately, and they're worried that I've given up on finding a job. No, I haven't given up on finding a job. Giving up on finding a job means probably giving up on having a house. And we went through way too much trouble to get this house, and I'm a provider by nature. So, no, I haven't given up on the job hunt. I am still applying. I have just found a better scheduling system for myself so that I can still do some streaming as well. Because that was something that just fell by the wayside for a month, and I felt like shit doing it because, one, I just really enjoy streaming and making content, and two, you guys have been incredibly supportive on Patreon, not just over the last couple of months since I lost my job, but for the last 5 years that I've had the channel going. And, I mean, I want to keep supporting you guys with content in the same way that you've supported me with your views and, you know, patronage. So, again, thank you for that. But, no, I'm not giving up on the channel, and no, I'm not giving up on finding a job. I can do both. Okay? I had a job for the first 5 years of the channel. I was still able to create content then. As far as the job stuff is concerned, I actually had a meeting with a resume coach today. I have free access to an outplacement program, and that came as part of my severance. And she was fantastic. She gave me a lot of help with my resume. It's been 10 years since the last time I really had to do anything with my resume. And because so much hiring is done online now, and it wasn't 10 years ago, the process is entirely different. The structure of a resume is entirely different. I took stuff like home ec and business and household math when I was in school. There was, back in high school and middle school, we actually had some really good classes that taught you how to, balance your checkbook, write a resume, get hired. I was in DECA for a little while. I don't know if that even still exists. I don't remember what it stands for, but it's basic business stuff. So most of my middle school and high school years were actually spent learning the useful stuff that you apparently don't get taught anymore. Sewing, cooking, home ec was a great class. I have used that more than I have used really any other classes. But things have changed so much, and that probably is part of the reason why I've been struggling so much to find a job, is because my resume, the formatting itself is dated. But yeah, my resume coach looked over it and she's like, you have an amazing skill set. You have over 10 years of varied experiences. You've got good contacts. It's just that your formatting is all wrong. So she worked with me on that today, and she's also going to help me do targeted formatting with any jobs that I happen to see and want to apply for. I can send her the link for the job along with my resume, and she will help me target that resume to that job so I can land it. So hopefully we'll have good news on that end. If not, it's still not full panic mode, because based on my test runs with Uber so far, it is possible to make a living wage off of Uber. Probably not in an appropriate 8 hours, but it is possible. The house is not in danger. I would definitely prefer to be working in an office again instead of doing Uber, which surprised me. I was expecting doing Uber to be a lot more fun and interesting, and instead it's like 50-50. Very 50-50. All right. Well, that's it. Dream Daddy. Good game. Could be longer. Nier. Coming after Xenoblade Chronicles. Monster Hunter World starts tomorrow. The beta. Yes, beta. And Job Hunt. Still going on. Quit nagging me about it. I am a responsible adult. I am 34 years old. I own a house. I held a steady and very successful job for 10 years. Please, guys, quit asking me if I'm looking for a job. I promise you, I am looking for a job. Responsible adult. You might not realize it because you usually see me getting lost or falling off of things on stream, but those are skills that don't necessarily translate to real life. I think that I'm quite good at adulting. And other adults my age would tell you, yes, Saigan's actually amazing at adulting. That's it. I'm done tooting my own horn now. Goodbye, everybody. I'm going to go pick up Garen early today because he has no school today. And we're going to have a fun afternoon, fun weekend. There will be time for Monster Hunter World. And that's that. See you all next time. I should be streaming again on Monday. So catch you then. Peace out.